blackouts and all that kind of stuff, power outages?
No, not really.
And I wouldn't worry about it, to be honest.
But do you have to have a fast internet connection, or does it not play into it at all?
Hold on.
No,
Hold on one
not
second.
really.
Go. It's echoing. Go. All right, so my YouTube family, they are online. All right, so the question is typically no. I only use it because sometimes there's storms that come through in this tropical area, and so therefore you can have power outages, and you don't want to have a power outage when you have people's trades, running. So that's the reason why I personally would get a VPS, just to ensure that if for any reason there is a power outage, at least your trades are not affected by the power outage. And I'm turning my head, but I'm talking to you at the same time because I'm on my personal portfolio. I got to close out some of this money I have running. So that's the only reason I would use it. Other than that, if you don't think that it's necessary, to be honest with you, I wouldn't worry about it.
But do you have to have your computer on all the
Yes.
time? All
Well,
the
think about it
time?
like this. Think about it like this. If you turn your computer off and we're taking trades and you're and trying to send it to your computer, but your computer is off, how is your computer going to be getting?
Yeah.
See,
Hmm.
it's like me trying to call you on your cell phone. Have you ever tried to call somebody on their cell phone and they didn't even pick up? And you'd be like, "Why didn't you pick up your phone?" They say, "Oh, my battery was dead." See, no
Hmm.
communication because the phone is off. Both phones have to be active and open in order for them to communicate. So that's like that's just another way of looking at it. It's like, you're trying to use your computer, but your internet server, your internet provider said, you know what, we taking off for today. We just gonna turn off your internet. That'd be problematic, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Right, because your computer internet connection has to run 24/7 because it does not know when you're going to be needing to use your computer or not. So it has to be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And so if it's inconsistent, what would you do? You would move on. You wouldn't stay with that service, which I actually just switched mines because of that. Every time there was a storm or something, my internet connection would just drop. So I went to a different company that offered fiber optic networking, meaning they drilled theirs underneath the ground. So therefore, when there's outages for everything else that's above the ground, this one won't constantly keep going in and out. So it needs consistent connection all the time because you'll never know when we're sending out trades. Like for an example, I sent out a trade on this particular one, which I just closed out on my account as well just a few minutes ago. That's why I had to move these screens. But on this one, we bagged up about 46 pips. Did you know when I sent this out?
No.
Exactly. That's the point of the copycat. So it runs and your account will be receiving these trades even if you're not around. So your computer has to be running in order for it to receive these trades and to get them closed out because I sent it out, bagged up 46 pips and closed it out, and you probably were asleep the whole time. Does that make sense?
Yes, but would it be better to have just a dedicated computer then for that?
Absolutely. Now that I do agree. Yes, absolutely. I would suggest to people to use a dedicated computer, something that you are not going to turn off, or you don't have a bunch of programs running where it'll slow it down or, cause any interference. Because again, this is your bank account. Just think of it like your 401k or IRA. You just want it to grow. So that's another reason why people do use a VPS because it gives them a computer in the cloud where number one, it's always running, always running, and there's nothing else running on it. So they know, I don't have to worry about power outages. I don't have to worry about using it for other things. It's just there. And I can check my account once a week, once a month. That's why they do it. But do you have to? No, you don't have to. Now, here's a suggestion, sis. For those who don't have a spare computer or this and that, and you're thinking about getting one, I have been saying this for years, and I will continue to say this for years. My laptop that's sitting out there on my couch, I've had that thing for many, many years now, and I got it from a used computer store. And it has an i7 processor and this and that. It works just as clean, as fast as this monster computer that I had custom built. It works perfectly fine everywhere I go. When I hit the road, it goes with me when I travel, and I've never had a problem out of it. And I did not buy it new because with all the features, it has a thumbprint security theme to it and all that stuff. Girl, I got that at a used computer store. So you can get some really, really good used computers that are already repaired to basically function like a brand new computer, but you don't have to pay the new Best Buy prices and all these different things. So that's just always been my suggestion. And to make sure that it's always, in my opinion, Apple people, I know they ain't gonna like what I'm gonna say, but, but, but get a Windows-based computer, Windows-based, okay? And the reason I say that is because when you're in the business of trading, you're using softwares and different things that's customized. A lot of Apple products and some of these Chromebooks as well, they mimicked Apple. And so they block you from installing software that they don't recognize. Windows 10s and Windows, all these Windows-based computers, they don't do that. They allow you to install the software you want. The other ones are dictating. They're dictators. They tell you what you can put on those computers, even though that's your computer. So that's why I've always been against it. Was that helpful?
Yes, but one other question. Do you need to turn off, say, the updates on the computer? Would that interfere with
Yes,
it
I
at
would
all?
do that because you don't need, if you're going to use it just for the copycat, you don't need the updates. You really don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because what happens is, now here's another thing you could do, an alternative. You could have the updates on, but they have to request your permission before restarting, downloading, and restarting the computer to install them, so that you'll get an opportunity to see which updates are available, and you can choose if and when you want to install them and restart your computer. But if you have it on auto, you could be in some trades and then it just shuts off and reboots itself without even your permission.
Oh, that's a good suggestion. Yeah.
Okay, so that's an alternative. Me, I would just, if you're just using it just for copycat, I would shut those off. You don't need it. But if you are using
Okay.
it for other things, then make sure to shut that feature to ask me permission with whether I want to install it or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Very good question. Thank you for asking.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. You too. Uh, Give me a second. Let me move these back. Oh, that's what I did. I moved them over there. I'm like, wait a minute, I can't see the other questions. I think Kurt got a hand as well. So thank you, Dale, for that. And let's go to Kurt. Oop, Curtis. Curtis, go ahead and unmute.
Oh, how you doing? Morning.
All right, good morning. And let me move these.
Good.
I got three screens, so if you guys see me move my head left and right, I'm still trying to get myself organized this morning. I had a late start. So I do
No,
apologize for that. So that's why you see me swerve my head on the swivel. I got 1, 2, and 3, and I'm moving things back and forth. So I'm good to go now, I think.
you ready?
Yeah. I'm waiting on
Oh,
you.
okay. Yeah. So I want to get the copycat system. I just have a question. Well, would it be feasible to use a regulated broker like forex.com, or should I use like the AAF, not the other Midas or the other brokers that I have to
Tim,
use like Bitcoin?
stop this conversation earlier. I don't get into brokers at all. I don't even talk about them. I'm gonna tell you why. I didn't have trouble with regulated brokers, and I didn't have trouble with unregulated brokers.
Okay.
As far as who gives me the most flexibility for my needs, it's typically
Mhm.
the ones who they are regulated, but they're just not regulated here in the U.S. I,
Okay. So
I
meaning that when it says regulated, meaning that it's just not regulated in the US, but
They are regulated, but just not in the U.S. The U.S. is
okay.
so restrict. Why you ask this question? It's too early for this, bro.
I'm sorry. You know what it was? Because I'm trying to deposit money and I'm like having all these problems with Instacoin, and it's like,
Oh my God! Why you starting early? You asked. I shouldn't have taken your question, boy. You got my head twirling off.
yeah, I know, but Uncle P, man, I'm like I went through a lot this year, man, with the stocks, man. I'm like shaking of like I just need to stop with the options, man, like destroying my life, and I'm like,
Yeah, I
I,
used to.
I want.
Yeah, I know about that too.
I know, like, so I really want to like get off the charts for a while, man, because I need to like
yeah,
step away. But
yeah, I agree with you. Trust me, I agree with you.
so I really like want to do the copycat system. Well, I'm like really want to just get a broker that I could like
Yeah, right.
deposit. Yeah.
Just using it for just a copycat, then you can use a U.S. regulated broker. They have very low leverage, but I mean, there's like, and I'm not making broker recommendations, but I know I think there's forex.com. A
Yeah,
lot of
that's the one I'm looking at.
people are using a Wanda. I would not use those.
Oh, okay. 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 All right.
Let me explain why. Let me explain.
Okay.
So here's what we discovered early. Again, when you start a program, you didn't anticipate some foolishness that would come up, okay, especially by the brokers, which is what we found out early on, which caused some challenges. So here's what we found out. We found out that not only was AAFX acting up and interfering with the trades, okay, which is outside of the US, okay,
Mhm.
but within the US has some stupid rules called FIFO, okay? And basically, it was restricting people. So let me give you an example. Let me give it to you like this. So Dr. Elvis or Miss Jenny, one of them two, not only did I knock out this trade, which y'all seeing on screen, I got this thing at the tip top last night. Oh, I'm so happy for y'all. So I got this one at the tip top, and it dropped just like anticipated and closed out this morning, okay, for about 46, 50 pips. Okay, you following me?
Yep.
But Dr. Elvis are one of them, and I ain't checked the list. I forgot who it was. They had a trade on GBP USD, and then they had a second position on GBP USD. They did close out one of those positions in profit already this morning. Are you with me so far, sir?
Yep. I'm with you.
You wouldn't have got both of those trades
Oh, wow.
because your broker here in the US with their silly sales are restricting people and saying, oh, you can't have multiple positions, whatever the thing was. And so we were getting blamed. Oh, your copycat ain't working. Your copycat ain't working. I'm missing positions. No, it was your broker who restricted you from receiving the additional positions we sent out.
Mm.
That's why I said, no, I'm not a fan of whether they're regulated here in the US or not. I'm prefer me personally, I don't deal with regulated brokers who are here in the US. I always deal with the ones outside the US because they're a lot more freedom. The US is tightening up so tight, which is why we're broke. They have tightened up so tight, trying to regulate everything, basically controlling everything to the point where they're choking off business, period. For an example, and if you guys ever looked at the video I did on what happened with MetaTrader and why some of these prop firms broke away and started going to C-Trader and this and that, it was because of the U.S. regulations. That's why. Too much regulations. I think regulations are good, don't get me wrong, to help make sure there's no scamming and manipulations. I agree to that. But when it's just too much and your bottom line is you're trying to choke everybody out, control everybody, and corral them into your world to do what you want to do, that's a whole different thing. That's control, not helping. So for me, I don't get into broker. This is why I don't get into brokers because there's so much to go into it. But brother, me personally, I'm just telling you, I do not use U.S. regulated brokers. They are highly restrictive, especially if you're trying to, like I said, open 2 or 3 positions, on the same pair or this and that. They got too many rules that outside regulated brokers, they're regulated too in their countries, but they just don't have them kind of foolish rules because they say, hey, y'all go ahead and make your money, do your thing.
Mm. Makes sense.
That's
Okay. Okay.
So, I wish I could tell you guys, hey, use this one or use that one. But again, the more that things are popping up, you guys are now beginning to understand why your uncle stayed out of that recommendation game as the owner of the company. Now, if I wasn't the owner of the company, I could open my mouth and tell you. Okay. So others in the group, they can tell you whatever they want to tell you. That's fine. But as the owner of Super Easy, I can't do that because, as a matter of fact, I got an email this morning from a person who said, you know what, I finally understand why you don't make prop firm recommendations either. You say, I understand because they changed up and they did this, and then it just, I said, now you understand.
Yeah, I tried a prop firm and they changed to this DX thing. I don't even know what to do.
Well, here's the reason why. U.S. regulations. What happened was, and again, this is just a brief synopsis, but go look at my video I did last week about this whole thing. So basically what happened was there was a couple of months ago where the MetaTrader was kicked off of the Apple platform. I don't know if you heard about that, but that was a couple of months ago. So a little while ago, they got kicked off. Well, eventually they were able to be brought back on, but they had to fall under U.S. regulations. And so as a result of that, and this is just information I heard, go do your own due diligence. But basically what happened was when they had to say, okay, in order for us to stay on this platform, which is generating a lot of business for us, we're going to have to fall under these regulations. Well, guess what? They provide a service to all these other prop firms, okay? And these prop firms, whether they was doing good business or bad business and this and that, they said, that quote said, okay, you're using our platform, you're going to have to fall under U.S. regulated rules, okay? Because we're going to start following U.S. regulated rules. And so they said, oh, no, we don't like U.S. And so a lot of them left, and that's why they went to other platforms. That's what happened. U.S. regulated rules. See, that's what I'm saying. It's just, they're too tight. They choke business off. They choke off opportunity. They get carried away with their, and they're not thinking, hey, how can we regulate to make sure people are being protected from scams, but not to the point where it's choking the average person off. Now, here's another side that I heard just from the grapevine. Here's what I heard, that a lot of stuff is being done on purpose because they don't want the small guys to come up. Okay. They don't want the small guys to come up. They want this money to be kept in the corner with the big dogs. Now that's hearsay. Okay. That's hearsay, but heard it from a person who works behind the scenes that's part of the problem. Regulate the heck out of them until they can't make nothing. Okay.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah. So I'm gonna look for a broker. I'm really contemplating which broker to use.
Yeah, man. Well, just you can have people in here. They can suggest something. I really do have some that I know who've been around for a long time, for many years, and they are not here in the U.S., but they are regulated and they're good.
I used to use Hugo's Way and Trader's Way years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that a lot of them, when I look at where they're based, they're in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Yeah, St. Vincent, the Grenadines, Dubai, and all those other. Yeah, they just got out of the U.S. That's
Okay.
what they did. They just left.
Yeah, that's
right?
so random. That's my parents were born and raised St. Vincent. So funny.
Yeah.
And so when I seen that, I was like, wow, huh?
Here's something else I heard. For some of these brokers, the fee to pay to the U.S. to do business here could be anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why they leave. So the fact that they're leaving doesn't mean that they were poor companies. It was that you're trying to gouge us for money. You're blistering through your own budget, and then you want to come back and make us pay for your foolishness. Yeah, that's what I heard. That's why a lot of them are leaving. So this is why I tell you guys, don't take anything I say, just do your own due diligence. But the more you dig in, you'll begin to understand, okay, this is what's actually going on. And I don't fault them for leaving and wanting to be regulated outside of the US. I get it.
And then when I heard when you put the lot size, is it when you put a lot size and you have a bunch of trades, it depends on how much money you have in your account, right?
That is correct. I'm glad you brought that up. Here's something, and I shot a video, and I think I'm going to put it into the tutorials to make sure. So here's the challenge that I found with people who join the copycat. All right, you have 3 professional traders. Okay, 3 professionals, which by the way, I posted up this morning. Let me get you guys a screenshot so we can keep everybody up to date on what's popping here.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Give me a second. So you got 3 professional traders who's trading their accounts. Okay.
Yeah.
Now here's the other benefit, and I'm actually happy about this one thing. Okay, let me stop sharing for a moment. Stop sharing my screen for a minute. Let me get some info. I'm very happy because every person out there who ever tried to make fun of us, talk bad about us, all these different things, they can kiss my behind. Okay? They can kiss my behind because for the first time, can't nobody say nothing about me and my team because through the copycat, you're literally being copied on the trades we're taking on a personal account, right? So therefore, if we win, everybody knows we won. If we lose, everybody know we lost. So the records that we are setting is just freaking phenomenal, but it's very transparent because it's nowhere to hide. Either we did it or we didn't. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
So all the people who was negative against us, oh, he just scamming people. They ain't really know. I mean, the one that really just bothered me. Yeah, those who don't know how to trade sell programs. Okay, right on. But now you're being copied on my trades. Okay. So therefore, now what can you say? Because if you're being copied on my trades, I have nowhere to hide. That means whatever I'm doing, you get to see it now. All right, so let me put this on screen so everybody can see. Okay. All right. So as you can see here, give me a second. As you can see here, this is what we've done this week so far. Okay. And any trades, and I don't put whether we're buying or selling this and that. Got to join the group to get that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just an example for transparency's sake, just so y'all see. This is what we've done this week. So these are all the trades we've already closed out in winning positions. Now, when we say win, we will set a take profit and a stop loss. But quite often, because of market conditions, and I'll give you an example of that right now so you can see it. Okay. And let me make sure that I got preview. All right. So I sent out this trade last night for Euro NZD. Okay. Now, what happened was I set a take profit for more, but what do you see happening right here, sir? What do you see happening? What is it doing?
It's pulling back.
You got it.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to sit here and hold a trade trying to be greedy to get all the rest when I can just take what we got and move on to another trade. So quite often you will see that when we're talking about our wins and losses, our winners, yes, we will set a take profit, but we won't always wait for it to hit that take profit because pips are pips. And look at this, 135 winners and only 14 losses. And by the way, here's a 14 loss. Two or three of these really were some of these where I actually just closed it out at break even. But to be transparent, I put it at -7 pips or -5 pips, because I know even if you close at break even, sometimes some brokers still charge you their spreads or the broker's fee for entering the trade. Okay. So it's not technically break even. You're going to lose a couple of dollars because of, the break even, plus the broker spread of a couple of bucks. So I just said, okay, just to round it up for everybody who's in the group, because we got hundreds of people in there, I'll just put a -7 pips just to say it was break even, but let's include broker spread. So that's a -7 pips. So when you see this one loss, it was really just a broker spread. It wasn't a loss technically. Are you with me so far?
Yeah, I'm with you.
And that's what some of these were out of the 14. They weren't actually losses. They were just, I'm trying to be transparent so nobody can come back and say, well, when you trade, you said it closed out at break even, but I lost a couple of dollars. Okay, so I'll just say from here on out, broker spread included. All right, so I'll count down to loss. So some of these 14 losses, that's all it was. So it really wasn't nothing. So let's take this negative broker's loss out and look at how many wins we have so far of winners where we closed them out in profit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 winners already and only a -7 pip loss. Who does that?
Gosh, man. I'm like Uncle P. Like, I wish I would have joined earlier, man. I'm so sad, huh?
But we can't hide because whatever trades we're doing, you're getting them.
Yeah.
Okay. So this darn transparent. I can't hide. Either we're doing good or we're not. Either we're good traders or we're not. Because there's no way to hide in a copycat group. When you join a signals group or a copycat group, that is one of the most transparent ways. And the copycat is the ultimate because literally you're hands off watching this play out. We cannot hide. So either we're good at what we do or we are not good at what we do. And that's the bottom line. So the fact that we've done 135 winners and only 14 losses, and as I said, if I take out the ones that were just broker spreads, really this number would be much, much smaller too. But I always just added just to be transparent. But the fact that people, anybody, you know somebody who can do 135, how many trades is 135 plus 14? Let's add that up. I'm gonna pull this on screen. And then I'm gonna get to my next point that I want to share with you. 135 plus 14 trades means in 2 months, little 2 months and 6 days, we've already did close to 150 trades.
Wow.
Okay, 150 trades. Now, unfortunately, in the retail space, retailers, they do this in a matter of 2 weeks. They do 150 trades. Fact is, though, do they win? No, they never make money. They trade, they scalp all week long, do about 100 trades a week and never have a withdrawal at all.
That's me.
I'm sorry?
I said that was my problem.
Yeah, see, I don't make this stuff up. I know, I used to do it too. That's why I don't mind telling the truth. Shame on all of us. We did it because that's what we were taught. By who? The wrong people who wanted us to keep blowing up accounts because they're making money off of us. That's why I said when we start making money, it becomes problematic because they're used to people being broke in this retail space. Right? So again, if we've done 150 trades in just a little over 2 months and we won almost every single one of them, come on, man, quit playing. That's transparency. Now, here's the problem, though. Here's the problem. Going back to what you originally asked. Oh, I like this class. I like this. Hold on one second. All right. Let me pull this back up. All right. Here's the problem. The problem is if you come in and clearly that means what? We are a high volume trading group. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Okay. We are a high volume trading group. Okay, good. Want to make sure that's clear. You can't come in with a $200 account and follow all of us at the same time. Okay. I want to make that clear. You can't because your account balance doesn't allow for that. So what can you do? Because this is where the problem, and I didn't realize that was taking place until I started seeing what was going on. And so, oh man, my account blew up. I'm like, wait a minute, we are winning trades left and right. We are doing things that no other company, and I do follow other signal providers, they're not even as good as us. They can't hold a candlestick to our performance. So why are people having problems? And it brings up your question. So thank you for asking it. Here's the problem. If you have a small account, $200-300 account, this and that, and you're trying to follow all of our trades all at the same time, you already see what we've done so far this week. We already closed out 8 trades and still probably got 5 running. So this week, and this is only what, Wednesday? How many trades have we taken? 8 plus 5 is what? 13.
13, yeah.
13 to 14, right? Okay. All right. We've already taken a lot of trades this week. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Hey, you can't have a small balance and follow all 3 of us when we're doing high volume trading because yes, we're constantly closing trades out as they're hitting into where we want. But some of those trades are going to take a while to play out, which is called drawdown. If that is the case, you have to have an account balance that can handle that number of trades. So what is the solution if I have a small balance? Only follow 1 or 2 people. And then as your account balance grow, you can add another person and another person. But I wouldn't start off if you, and I'm not saying you, I'm saying in general. If I have a small, like a $400 account,
yeah,
I would probably start following just 1 or 2 people. And I would use a very reasonable balance, or you can follow all 3, but that means just use like a 0.01 or 0.02 lot size or something like that so that your account balance can handle the volume of trading because some are going to go instantly in profit like this one on the Euro NZD. Yeah, that one didn't take me no time. None. I put it in last night, woke up this morning and closed out. Boom, it dropped just like that. The one that was CAD Swiss, which is the -7 pips, that one sat for 12 hours straight and didn't go anywhere, which is why I closed out. It wasn't that we lost. It just wasn't moving. And so I decided, well, we just close it out and move on to another trade. That's where the -7 pips came in at. It wasn't that we lost anything. It was sitting flat for 12 hours straight. And so if you're in several trades at one time, some are going to move instantly and some are not going to move no time soon. And you have to be okay with that.
Wow, yeah, that makes sense. So, question: when you deposit into your broker, what are you using? Like Cash App or
It just
like?
depends on what the broker allows. See, each broker is different, and I'm glad you're asking very good questions, sir. And I hope everybody type a 10 in the box of his question. This is why we do the question and answer period, because it opens up the door for other people who had these same questions. Look at that chat group. It allows for other people who had the same question to get an answer all at the same time. This is why we're a family, and I appreciate these questions you guys are asking. Okay, Dale, thank you for your question this morning too. This is why I do question and answer. Okay, because a lot of times we all have questions and we don't know. And by the way, I don't know everything. Some of this I've learned from the members in the group. Okay. So here's the deal. Different brokers, different strokes for different brokes. Okay. Just keep that in mind. Different strokes for different brokes. What do I mean by that? Different brokers have different strokes. They have different rules. Some offer where you can use Skrill, you can use PayPal, you can use Cash App. They say, come on, bring whatever you got, we'll take it. Others will only use crypto. Okay. And stuff like that, which is a way of getting around dealing with the foolishness of the U.S. brokers and this and that, trying to monitor everything they're doing. So some of them will only use crypto. So it just depends on the broker. These are things that I would suggest write it down on paper so that as you're interviewing these brokers, you can find out this information from them. Are you regulated? If you are, where? Okay, it doesn't have to be in the US, but are you regulated somewhere if that's what you want, a regulated broker? Number two, what deposits and withdrawal? What is the process? And how long does it take for my withdrawal to be processed? Okay. What's your spreads look like? And don't ask them about Euro USD. Almost every broker you'll see on their website advertising about this Euro USD. Well, the reason why they offer low spreads is because that's one of the most highly traded pairs. So therefore, yeah, they offer very, very low spreads on that because they make it up on volume of people trading the Euro USD in pairs like that. Ask them about the GBP NZDs and stuff like that. What's your spreads on those? And you'll see. Okay. So for an example, let me go here. And you'll see right here, it says for Euro NZD on this particular broker, CoinX, they charge 3 point, and it's flipping in now, but around 3.5 on the spread. Okay. That's pips in pips. Okay, it's bouncing around. On GBP NZD, 1.5. Okay, let's look at GA 2. Okay, and you just click through the pairs, so you can just find out. Just ask them, hey, what about on this pair? Just randomly throw some pairs out at them, but don't use AUD. Don't use the USD pairs because those are commonly small ones. They always keep them small. US pairs, Euro USD. GBP, USD, USD, JPY, they always keep them small because those are traded a lot. So just pick something that's not a USD pair. Okay. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Like this broker here, I know they've been around forever, and I'm not making a broker recommendation, but my son uses them all the time, and he basically does a withdrawal almost every weekend. Okay. He just person who loves flipping small accounts, and then he just do a withdrawal every Friday. And so, but they only deal in crypto. Okay, only crypto. So you crypto in, whether you whatever, and they offer a variety of different things you can use to trade with. The crypto elements, Bitcoin, and other things that you can go in and out with, and then they'll transfer it back to you. That's to your wallet, and you do what you want from there. So they are strictly crypto. Okay. So you have something that's strictly crypto, and you have others that's crypto and this and that. So that's part of your interview process with them. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I'm excited. I want to get in this, man. Like the stock options, like I'm feeling like you don't understand the money I lost these last couple of years.
Oh, brother, I'm sure it's not as much as I lost in that market.
Like SPX took me out, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But here's the deal. One of the things that you'll be able to do if you join us and just sit tight, like we tell people to do, don't helicopter us. I don't like that. I don't want people coming in helicoptering us. Hey, well, what about this? Every few minutes, no. If you're doing that, don't come. Because again, we have to trade peacefully, and I protect.
Yeah. I understand. I'm gonna like just put the money in and then like just look back in like a month or something like
No,
that?
no, listen to me. Sometimes when you come here and ask me questions, I'm not speaking directly to you. I
Oh,
have
okay, okay. I'm
I have
sorry.
I have people who's in here right now, some who's on YouTube, and there's going to be a lot more people who we get a lot more people who actually watch the replays than the people who's actually presently here. So whenever I give answers, don't it's not always pertinent to you personally. I'm,
Okay, okay.
I'm saying it in a general setting because and look at Donna, she commented, she said, "Yep." I tell you, brother, I'm telling you, we when we launched this, you got people who never made a withdrawal, never flipped a demo account, nothing. And the moment they getting copied on our trades, they're trying to tell us what to do because
Yeah, I'll never do that.
well, why are we holding this trade so long? Why are you doing this? Why are you women drawdown? No, 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 no. If that's who you are and you want to play helicopter dad and helicopter mom, please go somewhere else because I don't want to hear that crap. Again, we are highly successful because we do not do what the average retail trader does. That is what makes us good at what we do. We have reversed the process. In fact, I'm having a system called the reverse osmosis put into my house this morning. It's part of one of the contractors coming in. Reverse osmosis reverses all the dirt and grime in local water so that you can have pure, unadulterated, clean water running through your faucet. That's part of one of the contractors who's coming to do that. What do? They reverse the dirt. They don't allow it in. So with that concept in mind, retail traders allow too much foolishness and dirt to come in, which is why they're never successful. And then they join a group that is successful and they try to filter the dirt that they have learned in their heads and try to tell us what to do. Not going to work. Not going to work. Not going to work. Because you'll be frustrated with us because we are not going to do the way retail traders do. But we will help you to grow your portfolio. Period. We're good at what we do.
Yeah, because I seen somebody in the in the chat, they deposited like 10,000 and now like a month and a half later, like I'm like, wow, that's
Yeah, the one person I saw that it could be somebody else, but I know one person who sent in a recent testimony. They put in 11,000, and within a month or two, with being with us, they flipped it out to 22 grand in a month or two.
yeah, I know. That's what I want to do. I wish I would have did that instead of like burning my mental and like day trading like Uncle
Yeah,
P, man. Like I'm like I almost feel suicidal like
yeah.
dealing with this shit, man. Like
Yes, sir. Brother, that stuff would drive you crazy. And
yeah, like I'm shaking, like it's making my body shake, like the pain.
here's the deal. Let me say something. Okay, you said something vital. God has a funny way of doing things. Normally, I go through a lecture and this and that. I never start with Q&A. But today we did, and I'm glad you're making statements and saying what you're saying and sharing. Here's the deal: I have been teaching this one principle forever, and I don't care whether you believe in the Bible or whatever. I don't. That's your prerogative. I'm not trying to be Mr. Religious Man. I ain't no preacher man. God loves me and I love him. That's all I know. But I do try to live by many of the principles that the Bible is teaching because they're foundationally true. Just like gravity, what goes up must come down. It's gravity. It's not religion, it's just gravity. One of the principles, and I have said it in this group so many times, and people choose to still ignore. Here's what the Bible said: where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. What that actually means, just like Dr. Miles Monroe was talking about, Jesus taught in parabolic language. That means he used stories to express a point. The word where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. It doesn't mean the heart beating in your chest. It means there will your emotional state be. Wherever you're putting up your investments, there will your emotional state be. Is this making sense to you so far?
Yeah, it's making sense. Like emotionally, like every time I was chasing my losses, man, and I kept on like, and I knew what I was doing wrong. I just so emotional, man. Like, damn, I'm be like, ooh,
Yes, I
like
understand.
I burned so much money. Is insane. It was insane.
And here's the deal. If you were at Las Vegas and you were burning cash, wouldn't you stop at some point?
Yeah,
But why don't we in this arena? Because
because it's so easy to press a button.
yes, but not only that. Here's the problem. This question was proposed in one of my comments that was made the other day. And I want to address it. So somebody made a comment in one of my videos, and it wasn't a bad comment. It wasn't that they were just generally saying, well, if the Forex market and the stock market have to be regulated, how come ain't nobody regulating Las Vegas? Even though they are regulated to some extent. But the point is, here's the deal. Why is it that we can go to Las Vegas, lose money, or any gambling area that you're in your area? Don't have to be Las Vegas. I'm just using Las Vegas because most people know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You there, you lose money, and you come out smiling with glee on your face. You ain't crying, you ain't upset. That Bible verse, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. You don't have your heart attached to Las Vegas. You walk out, lost a G count, and you are smiling and happy. I had a good time in Las Vegas, but you lost money, baby. I know I did, but it was a good loss. Oh, it was so much fun. Oh, people have a good time. Are you following me, sir?
Yeah, I'm following.
Hold on. For everybody who understands me so far, type of 50 in the box. I want to make sure you guys are getting these principles. I'm going to tell you the difference. You have to know the difference. What is the difference? Why is this so painful and Las Vegas is fun? Why? Because if I lose money in Las Vegas, then that negates what you just said about the principle of what the Bible says, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Not so. Hold on. Not too quick. Don't be too quick. Here's the difference. When you went to Las Vegas, what was your reason for going to Las Vegas? Just assuming, let's just play along, me and you, we went to Las Vegas. Why did we go to Las Vegas?
To have fun.
Oh, stop right there. Don't say no more. Stop. Stop right there. Stop right there. Now, can you repeat that again? Say again, what was our purpose?
To have fun.
Fun. 3 letters. We went to have fun. The end result was what? Fun. I will repeat this before I say my next statement. The end result was simply to pay for fun.
Yeah.
So the the fact that we lost money is minimized because my expectation was simply to what? Have fun. Stop right there. When you're trading in the options market, the stock market, the binary options market, the Forex market, and all these others, is your purpose to have fun or to actually replace an income?
Replace the income.
Oh, my goodness. So both of them are like a casino where you just roll the dice and you may win, you may lose. Am I correct?
Yep.
Then why is one of them more painful than the other? It was what you was expecting out of it.
Yeah.
I went to Vegas to expect fun, and what did Vegas give me? Fun. My expectations were met. Didn't matter the cost, didn't matter how many times I lost. That's why I can leave out of Vegas, lose money, and still be smiling, saying it was a good time. I could take the same amount of money, come over to the Forex market, stock market, or options market, and lose it and feel like losing my mind. What was the difference? It was the same amount, friend. What was the difference?
Expectations.
My expectations, or as the Bible said, there will your what? Heart be also.
Yeah.
That is what it meant. When you attach your emotional expectations to something and it gets disappointed, it will fracture your soul. You didn't bring expectations of turning a profit in Vegas. You didn't care whether you won or lost. In fact, many people go there knowing they're going to lose. That's why they're better at budgeting their losses there than they are in the Forex market or the stock market or the options market. They go there saying, well, you know what? I'm going to take about just $1,000 with me and, whatever. And they go there and have a good time. And they lose the $1,000 and they come back saying, oh, how was it? Oh, I had a good time, Jesus. Oh, that was fun. Let's book another trip next year. so I can give them another 1,000 to Las Vegas. Why? Because the expectation wasn't financially attached. It was just to go have fun. And so they even budgeted knowing, okay, I got to pay my rent and this. So let me not take all my money. I'm going to leave most of it at the house because I know me, if I get carried away, I'm going to have too much fun. I'm going to pay off of my rent money. I used to go all the time with my grandmama and other family members. They literally would do that. And they would say how much they're going to take with them. And they would go. And there we are. We had a good time. Okay. Well, you come here, you attach your dreams, your goals, your visions. I want to pay off this. I want to buy this. I want to quit my job. I want to do this. So now the demand for these markets to produce a return is the only difference between Vegas and here. And when this thing don't work out the way you thought it should, it can bring you emotional pain. Why? Expectations. Are you with me so far?
Yeah, man. Oh my God, man. I feel like I ruined my life.
Here's the deal.
I'm literally in pain, in pain.
I can hear. I can hear. I can hear. Let me share something with you, sir.
Pain, yo. So much in pain, yo.
I can hear it. I can hear it. And you know why I can hear it? Because I remember when I was there.
Should have did long term. I try to do like 0 day and next day and shit. I should have just did long term, man.
No, you shouldn't have. That wasn't the problem. That wasn't the problem. What do you think the real problem was?
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even attempted. Should have just.
Here's the problem. When we dabble with real money into something we really don't understand, that's when it becomes gambling. And then you double down the fact that you put expectations on it, makes it even more painful. You didn't have enough information. This is why I encourage people, stay in a demo account until you are able to flip that thing 2, 3, 4 times. Because once you're able to do that, then you have a comprehension of the market's movements itself. This is why people keep trying all these different strategies and not finding out anything that's working for them, because you're not understanding how the market itself moves to apply a strategy.
Oh God, man. I tried like every course, yo. I did like every Discord. I was
Yeah,
just like
yeah, yeah.
I really just bled and bled and bled, and now I'm like
You know what you
my
want.
my mind is like, God, my mind is so gone, yo. Blue, like
Let's stop. Let's do something different. I'm gonna tell you, let me help you out real quick. Okay, time out. Time out.
that's why I'm like so scared to even like put money in like these brokers. Like I'm just like
Yep.
I'm like so demoralized. Like
Yep.
I don't even know. Like I don't even know. Like I don't even know.
I'm glad you're here today. Watch this. Don't say nothing else yet. Just watch the chat box. For those who've been with me for many, many, many years, how many times can you count where we just started off with question and answer? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, Kurt. Look at that. Some of these people have been with me for years. Look at the comment. You see that comment?
Yeah.
I never do. Never do. Very, very rare. I can't remember when I did that. At least not on purpose. I may have, taken a hand from a person, but I never start with question and answer. And today was not my intention to start with question and answer either. It just happened that I was having difficulties. And so Dale raised her hand to ask a question, and then you just happen to be the next person with your hand raised. But here's something, brother. Nothing is a mistake when God is trying to get your attention. That's the beautiful part. Had I started lecturing, I probably wouldn't have been able to talk to you. things would have been different. Timing would have been off. It was meant to be this way, and you were meant to be here today. And you represent lots of people out there. You're not alone. It's just that you bold enough to say it. You know how many
Yeah,
people feel just like you, and they don't tell nobody. Why you
yeah,
think they having issues in their family? The family don't know
yeah,
why they're having these emotional fits. You go
yeah,
in happy, you come out angry and emotional and touchy, and you can't tell them what you just did. You got to
yeah,
carry in the secret of the loss, and then you got to hide and cover and before they figure out what happened. And you're just an emotional mess. There's so many people like you, brother. You ain't alone. It's just that you had to be here so that God can catch your attention.
yeah. I finally admitted it to my mom. Like,
I told you, you're not
like
the, you know.
I blew like 6 figures, man.
So did I. Welcome to the group. You're talking to somebody who did the same thing.
And like, it's more than like I can't like sleep. I just feel so
Yeah,
defeated, man.
yeah, yeah,
I just think about like why did I?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Remember,
like just
all
can't
six
believe
figures too. Crushed. It was devastating.
I really feel broken, man. Like I really feel broken.
Here's the good news. You want some good news? You want some good news?
Yeah.
Here's some good news. No matter how bad things get, they're a passing phase. It will pass if you let it. Don't cling to it. Feel this pain, correct your mistakes, and let it pass. That's what I had to do. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here having this class with you. Your story reminds me of how much pain I was in when I lost 6 figures in the stock market. And that,
I'm hurting, man. I'm hurting.
and I paid for a class. Did you hear what I said? That's not including the 25,000 I paid for a stock market class. That doesn't even include that. And I still was losing and fractured my soul.
Oh,
But you can get past this. You got the first thing you got to do, hear me good. Here, are you listening to me? Kurt, are you with me?
yeah, yeah.
Here's the first thing you do. First thing is forgive yourself.
Oh, it's so hard.
But it has to be done. And the faster you do it, the sooner you're going to be out of this and move forward. Because here's the deal, Kurt. You're not going to be able to move forward until you forgive yourself for what has happened. And here's the good news. It wasn't really your fault. It was just watch this, watch this. The Bible says,
It feels like, oh man.
my people are destroyed for the lack of what? Knowledge. You just didn't,
Oh,
you didn't know enough. That's all. Let me give it to you like this, Kurt. You know how many successful people have went through bankruptcies?
oh,
And I'm not trying to make light of your losses, but the truth is many have went through bankruptcy not once, but multiple times. So they've hit rock bottom, but they didn't stay at the bottom. They just knew I made a mistake because I didn't have enough information. They went back, re-educated themselves, practice, 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 and then they became highly successful. So this is just a passing phase, Kurt. It ain't the end.
it's haunting me, man. It's haunting me.
That's okay. You still have one choice. Let it pass. It is what it is. What happened was what happened. You're here learning what the mistake was. And the truth is, there was one big mistake you made. You should have stayed in the demo account until you were able to flip it. This is why I'm suggesting to people, that's fine if you want to join a copycat and let somebody else handle it who's more ready. But if you're trying to do your own and you don't have enough information, you have no business in a live account, because stuffing more money into an account is not going to fix your lack of knowledge, because you're financing foolishness at that point. Are you hearing what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until you have enough knowledge, that was your problem. You didn't have enough knowledge. I get offered all kinds of opportunities weekly, and now it's seeming to come almost daily. I'm getting collaboration emails and this and that. I don't have enough knowledge to jump in them, so I avoid them. I've learned that if I jump into something that I don't understand, I'm asking myself for problems. And that's all you did. You just made a mistake by jumping into something you didn't understand. And that's okay. So that's where you forgive yourself for jumping into something you didn't understand. As far as what you didn't understand, that wasn't your fault, because sometimes people personally withhold information. They will teach you some things, but not everything. And that's not your fault. And you didn't have somebody who won't tell you the TRUTH to your face so that you can know, okay, what is right, what is wrong. You ask me about brokers, you ask me about this and that, I'm going to tell you to your face, here's what the problem is. Here's what I think you should do. Here's why I don't recommend this, and here's why I don't. I'm going to tell you to your face, whether you like me or not. I'm your coach. I'm going to give you raw information. You do what you will, but I'm not going to try to purposely misguide you. But some of them do. And they charge hefty fees, package up their little packages. You buy it thinking you get pure information, and they got you. That's not your fault. Are you hearing what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So LIG that thing. Write that down, Uncle P. And none of y'all better not steal that too. Literally, when I was at the lowest of my low, I had to learn that lesson. LIG that thing. And I've been living by that standard for long. LIG, it means let it go. LIG that thing. It is what it is. You strong, you gonna come back. Devil, you made a fool of me. I feel pain, but it ain't the end. I'll be back. And here's a testimony right in front of your face. Me. How did I go from being a multimillionaire to being 1 week away from being homeless? How in the world can something like that happen?
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now, man. Like, I feel so paralyzed, man.
Yes, sir. And that's okay. But hear me good. Hold on. Wait, sir, stop. It's okay for you to feel that today, but you ain't going to permit yourself to keep feeling that every day. That's a mistake. Feel it today, but don't you feel it every day. Because every day you keep dragging in this feeling, it's one day more that you're not getting back on your feet and moving forward.
Yeah, I quit drinking and smoking last week. Trying to get back. I got in a dark place, man.
Destroying yourself is not going to help you recoup your losses, but it will restrict you from moving forward. Let me share this with you. This is a very unorthodox class. I'll never forget, man, I was at the lowest of my low. I call it the Job experience. I lost everything. Everything. All right. I'm trying to tell this without crying. All right. I lost everything. But the biggest loss of everything wasn't what I thought was everything. It was at a point where I lost confidence in me.
That's what I'm at, man.
Yep.
My confidence is going. My confidence is going.
I ain't gonna let you talk yourself too deeper. Because the more you talk, you're gonna talk yourself into a deeper hole. I don't want you talking for a moment. Let your uncle talk for you. Let your uncle talk for you. Let me finish my story. Okay. Let your uncle talk for a minute. Because I'm talking to your soul. Your soul is fractured. This is not an intellectual conversation. This is where the word soul means mind, will, and emotions, and you're broken. Your mind is hurt and confused. Your will is broken, and your emotions are way off. That is the soul. So I ain't talking to your intellectual side. I'm talking to the soul. The soul needs some information. So let your uncle talk to the soul for a moment. Let me talk. My soul was broken. It was deeply broken. But I'll never forget. I'll never forget. I'm sitting in this room. Didn't know what to do next. Because the sheriffs have just left. I had just had one of the most painful situations that happened to me. And a week later, the sheriff showed up at my door to my 7,000 square foot house and tell me, you got 1 week to move because you're being evicted. And I sat so low. My soul, it was so low. I'll never forget. It was a voice that just came inside of me. And it was so cheery. So what are we going to do next? I'll never forget that experience. That's why I don't want to be Mr. Preacher Man, but nobody can ever convince me God does not exist. It was a cheery voice inside of me, just said, so what are we going to do next? And I knew sometimes your mind be talking to you. You know how your mind be talking to you? Well, your mind be full of, which is what's happening now. Your mind is talking to you. It's convicting you. That's why you can't get your emotions off the floor. It's beating you down on how foolish I am, how this and that. And that's your mind talking. It's just relentless. And it won't shut up. And it won't let up. Every other thought is convicting you and destroying you. That's why I want you talking. So that was happening to me. But when this other voice came in, it was too cheery. So I knew it couldn't be me. And it was so glee, like just like it's a party time. So what are we going to do next? Like a little kid, just happy at one of the lowest points of my life. But that one question got me here today. That one question. One. Because it forced me to stop thinking about what I lost. And it made me to calculate and say, okay, what do I have left? I still got my life. I'm not a stupid man. I'm broken, man, but I ain't stupid. And I went from welfare to multimillionaire before. And if I did it before, I could do it again. So what's next? And that comment made me get my behind off the floor emotionally and say, okay, what's going to be my next step? And from that thought, my mind started working more constructively versus convicting me. And I will repeat what I just said to you. My mind started working constructively versus convicting me. Right now, your mind is convicting you. But what you need is to start being constructive again. It is what it is. You lost what you lost. You still got your life and you still have time on this planet. Now you choose, Kurt. You choose. Do you want to keep convicting yourself, or are you ready to get up off this mat and say, okay, I learned a big lesson. Time for me to move on forward with what I know now? That's your choice. Because convicting yourself over what happened, that ain't going to help you get no better moving forward. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Then okay, when we are done with this conversation, Kurt, it's time to move on. Put this situation in the grave. It ain't over with. And you're just going to have to start fresh with new knowledge now. First of all, don't ever invest money into something you don't really understand. In fact, if you don't trust us as traders, then don't even join the copycat. Don't ever do that again. There's a reason I provide track records of what we're doing so that we can show proof of what we do. But if that is not enough, then trust me, don't move forward. Stop investing in places that you don't understand. Because that was your fatal mistake. Number two, you should have went with a demo account first, because guess what? Any mistakes would have been discovered in the demo account and you wouldn't have lost a single penny. So stop being in a rush to get wealthy or whatever your goal is. That can take time. Right now, you're just gathering information so that you know which way to go is the best way. Are you with me so far?
I'm with you.
That would, so from here on out, you know, I need what? Information. And I need to slow down and take my time and stop trying to rush and put money into things I don't understand. That's how you lost the first time. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, we ain't gonna go rub this in. We're gonna keep it short and sweet because you got to be disciplined. And the reason I'm not being funny, I'm not being mean, but the truth is, when you're in this state, you don't need long answers. You need concrete steps, quick, fast, and in a hurry. All right, I made a mistake. Cool. What I learned from that, I learned this, this, and this, and I just won't do those again. And I don't even need to talk about it no more. And you shut your mind off. Because if you don't, your mind gonna keep beating you up all day long, all night long.
You're right.
I know. I've been there. I'm your uncle. So you don't have lengthy conversations with your mind when it's in this kind of rut. You keep it short and sweet. Because if we ain't talking about how to move forward, then I don't need to keep talking about what already happened. I got it. Have you ever been in a relationship with somebody and you made a mistake and they keep bringing it up every other day?
Yeah,
How do you feel like being in a relationship with a person like that?
it sucks.
Okay, then that's what kind of relationship you got with your mind. That's why I said, shut it up. I heard enough. You made me cry. I'm sorry. I repent. So let's move forward. We don't need to keep hearing it over and over again. How much I done lost, how I made it. Okay, that's like being in a relationship with a person who keeps bringing up the same thing over and over and over again. I don't want to hear it because it's not helping anything. Yes, I feel bad about it. Yes, I'll repent. No, I won't do it again. Can we be done with that conversation? And it's time to move on. And this is the conversation that you're not having with another person. This is the conversation you're having with you. Enough. When we end this call, it's done. You can't do nothing about it. Repent. It's done. And starting fresh tomorrow, you're going to start writing things down and you're going to find a better way. You just know don't do it that way no more. Am I right?
Right.
Okay. Then what's to keep crying about? What's next? You still alive?
Yeah, I'm still alive. I still have family.
You do. Yeah. You still got a chance then, don't you?
Still have a chance.
You
I stopped my substance abuse. Might have to move back home, but I'll get over it.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. Now that's the right way to think. I will get past this. That's your next goal. I'm happy for you. You know why?
Why?
There's people who get broken to this level. When you have hit this low, give me a second. Let me show you this on the chart so you can see this. You see this chart?
Yeah.
What happened? What do you see happen here?
Lower lows, lower lows.
What did it do?
It bounced.
Why? Because it hit rock bottom.
At bottom.
Got nowhere else to go but which way?
But up.
Come on now. Come on now. That's real talk. Here's where you are now, but you're stabilizing out. You just needed somebody to talk to get this mess off your chest so you can bottom out. Now you've learned which way you got to go now.
Yep, I'm gonna get back.
And don't let this conversation go no further than this in your head no more. When we end this call, it is done. Just constantly talking about this bottom ain't gonna help you get off the bottom. Turning your head upwards is gonna help you get to moving. Are you understanding what I'm saying to you?
I understand.
And I don't care if you do it $1 at a time. Don't put a time limit on it and don't put an amount on there. When you get there, you'll get there. But the good news is you ain't gonna be where? I ain't gonna be here. I'm not gonna be here. This is my bottom. So one candle at a time, I'm gonna work my way out until I get back on my feet and I'm good to go. Are you hearing what I'm saying, sir?
I hear you.
Are we good?
Yep, be good.
I know you will. I know it. I didn't think I was no me either, but I am. Here I am. And I expect to hear from you again, okay?
Okay, okay.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, OKP.
Yep. Let's go with iPhone. I don't see a name. Let's go with iPhone. We're just going into Q&A for today. Any questions, keep raising your hands.
Hey, how you doing, Uncle P?
What's happening with you?
Hey, how you doing? My name is Isaac. I'm here with my dad as well, Brian.
Hey, how are you guys? Good, good.
Doing pretty good. Man, I got a couple questions, man. I just got into the trading world a couple weeks ago. Man, I've been doing real good. I was listening to what the last guy said, and that's one of the main reasons why, I still trade the demo because man, that live account could break you down. But
Yes.
then I have my dad as well as my mentor, and he's actually doing real well with it.
Yeah.
But like with the demo experience, like how far do you get with the demo till you feel like you need to go to an actual live account?
Good question. Very good question. I say when you have tripled a demo account, which will take time, and when I say triple, let me be very careful when I say, because you have people out there who will take a one setup and they'll go hard in the paint on that one setup, just go excessive, just 20 lot sizes on one trade. And then, oh, see, Uncle B, I doubled the account. But how many trades did you do? Oh, I did it in one. You ain't got enough experience. So when I say, when I'm talking about doubling an account, I mean not only in price or in cash value, but also in experience.
Okay.
You've tucked away about 50 to 100 good trades under your belt with that demo, and you still was able to double and triple that account, now you're talking to me. But if you just took one or two trades, let me, oh my
Mhm.
God, this class, what are y'all doing? Let me be very clear. Let me be very clear. Prop firms love people who do those type of things. What do I mean? Prop firms love people who come in and do a double account in 2 days. They love them people. Love them. You know why? Because they know you ain't gonna last. They know you ain't gonna last. Why? Because you took a trade with 100 lot sizes and you lucked up on one or two good trades, but they know you ain't gonna go the distance. And your whatever tuition you paid them to get in their prop firm is free money to them. They know you're gonna blow it sooner or later because you ain't a
Right.
person who's methodical and patient. So when I say doubling and tripling an account, consider 50 to 100 trades and you still doubled and tripled that account, which means you took your time. And if you're able to do that, then I will start with a small amount of money because here's what's going to happen. Oh, this is such a good class. God, thank you so much. Ooh, man, this is good. Watch this, brother. I'm going to tell you what the problem is going to be. And this still happens to me to this day. Matter of fact, it just happened the other day. It was a live account. Don't get me wrong. It was a live account, but I'm like my son. Sometimes I just open a small account with something really, really tiny just because I want to test something out. And I completely, I forgot. And I went back and looked at it. Oh my goodness, I wish it was a real account. Why can I do it in an account that I forgot about or a demo? Because I don't have any emotional attachment.
Yeah, yeah,
People
yeah.
wonder why. Is it really a big deal between a live and demo account? What is the big difference? Yes, your broker can do a little bit difference, but it's really minimal, not much. The real difference is how you feel about the account.
Exactly.
Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Demo account, you ain't even tripping. Win or lose, it's just okay. It was a good trade, not a bad trade. You do your analysis, and that's that. The moment you put real money in, it wakes up the soul. And now you staring at that trade like it's life or death. You staring at that trade every little bit, every little tick, every little. What's going on? What's going on? And your head is on the swivel. You can't even think straight. Can't function at work. Why? Because it triggered what the Bible said. Where your treasure is, there will your emotional state be. It triggered your emotional state because it was real money. That's
Right.
so I would suggest transition from demo into a very small amount, which is what I was warning Kurt about. You don't want to put in any amount to where if you lose it, you're going to feel some pain. Just start with a small. And if you're able to flip that small amount, then you can increase it a little bit at a time, as not only as your balance can handle it, but so as your soul can handle it.
Right.
They're growing at the same time. Your account balance is growing, and so is your soul emotionally. Let me give you one more thing now. I want to hear more from you. Watch this. I thought about this. Oh, I'm so glad you asked your question. Oh my God. Because I've been meaning to bring this up. All right. Oh, this is such a good class. Oh, this is such a good class. I've been meaning to bring this up. I strongly suggest to newbies who want to go with these prop firms. I don't have a problem with prop firms. But here's the challenge. You go in, you pay for a prop firm account. Just give me a moment. You okay? You and your dad? Okay. I want you to hear. You brought this question up. I'm glad you did. Let me say this. Oh, this is a blessing. People who don't have experience in all areas of trading, here's what it looks like. They take maybe $500, which will get you about $100,000 account, or they take 1,000 and open up a $200,000 account, somewhere around there, right, with a prop firm. But they don't have experience because they use gunslinging. Okay, so the moment they get into a trade that has drawdown, but they have big balances. So you just put 5 standard lots on a trade and it's in drawdown. You could be upside down by 1,500.
Okay.
You following me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You upside down for $1,500, but you ain't had no experience with ever trading being upside down $1,500. What do you think will happen to your emotional state, sir?
It's gonna be tore up. Yeah. And it's another thing I wanted to say. This is a big reason with me with getting into trading. It's not about the money. I'm not money driven. It's about the skill. I'm trying to build the skill and the knowledge for it. Like my notebook, I take notes when I'm at work. I work third shift. I'm 8 hours I'm putting in that work. I'm working on my future as well.
Yeah.
So I take the knowledge serious because that comes first. It shouldn't be no emotional. It shouldn't my emotion shouldn't be on the line when I have a trade. It should just be fun.
It should
It should
be.
be fun because I like doing it.
How old are you?
31. I'll be 32 September 27th.
My son PJ, he's around in your age range, and he said the exact same thing. That's why he only trades small accounts. He flip them like quarters. He just be flipping. Like, bro, you flipping these. He even have his own students now, and he just, just flipping small accounts and just flipping. Yeah, hey, I just traded XRP. See him, and he sent me his little markups, and he traded gold. I traded it, and he just flipping them accounts, flipping them. And they just small accounts. I said, well, son, when you gonna put more in? I'm okay. Why? Because for him, because it's such a small balance, he does his withdrawals every Friday. He's happy because he don't have any emotional attachment. He always says, it's just a game. If I lose it, there ain't no big deal. And he's right, because it's such a small amount. It won't hurt him. So when I heard you say that statement, I said, oh, he must be young, because that's exactly the same statement my son said. It's just a game. Good perspective to have. Number two, let me compliment you on something. You have a second perspective that was correct. I just want the knowledge. I don't need the money yet. I just want what? Knowledge. Good for you. Good.
Appreciate you, Uncle P. Appreciate you. I just got a couple more questions. Now, when you got into trading, now this generation is a little more advanced. We got YouTube, we got the internet, we can go. I've been on YouTube, Google, looking up all type of patterns. Now, was it harder for you when you were getting into it? And did you have a demo account to practice on?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because the same mistakes will be repeated over and over and over again. May I suggest to you, don't keep going on YouTube all the time. That was the same mistake that we was making back then, and you all still making it today. Okay? Don't. Find somebody, whether it's me or somebody else, who you're comfortable with.
My dad. That's my mentor, my dad.
Then I would leave those other ones on, and I'm gonna tell you why. If I'm trying to teach you a skill, but you go on YouTube and there's 30 different people teaching it 30 different ways, how solid are you going to be with confidence going into the markets with 30 different ideas in your head?
Correct.
I'm your uncle now. You got your daddy, but I'm your uncle. And your uncle / coach is telling you, cut that out. Stay off of YouTube.
Yes, sir.
One of the best things I did was to unsubscribe to a lot of the channels I was following. That was one of the best things I did because it was confusing me. And so I would put a little bit of this, and a little bit of that, and a little bit of this, and a little bit of that. And then when I go to the charts, I'm like, well, which one of these do I apply? Why? Because it's like a jumble pot of information, and that's not the way it was supposed to be. I was confused. Narrow that down. There are some good people out there, but you need to narrow it down. And if you have too many, stop. That was a fatal mistake. So when you say back then versus now, it's still the same. YouTube had all these people talking guru talk and strategies. And here's the truth. They may have worked. What would be the problem? If I am trading 15 different strategies at any given time, how do I know which one over time will actually be the right one?
Right, correct.
Let me give you an example. Let me bring this back up. Why do I keep showing people this? Okay. Let me go back. There's a reason why I do certain things that I do. Why I keep showing this in a 2-month period. Why? Because I have been telling you guys for the longest, you can't truly know whether something is working unless it's had at least a minimum of 50 to 100 trades. Why? Because then you have a test period. In other words, when they're developing, like me, developing software or developing a drug or this and that, don't they put it through a testing phase?
Yes, sir.
Am I right? All right, here's the problem. Retail traders, here's what you do. Here's where the mistake is. You don't take one strategy and say, okay, I'm going to test this for the next 3 months and see how effective this is. And I'm going to take 100 trades and see, okay, at the end of the 100 trades, what is the results of 100 trades? Because in order for me to say something is 80%, 80 means there's another what out there? 20%. So if you add 80% and 20%, that equals what? 80 plus 20 equals what? 100. If I say something is a 70% win rate, how could I know that if I only took 10 trades or only took 3 trades? I don't know. 70 means in order for 70 to hit 100, how much more do I need? 30. 30 plus 70 equals to 100. Now I can emphatically tell you I've taken 100 trades and it has a 70% win rate. Why? Because I took 100 of them and 30 of them didn't work out, but 70 of them did. Oh, it has an 80% win rate. How do I know that? Because 80 of them won and 20 of them didn't. See, until you hit that 100 max on any given strategy, you won't really know. And so if you're out there taking bits and pieces from all these different people and you're not taking the time to test each one individually to say, okay, which one of these are solid? There's no way for you to know. You're going to be misled. And you're a young guy with vigor and the right attitude and the right mindset. And I don't want you being left out in the dark because many of us, watch this, don't say nothing. Y'all who's in the group who've been trading for a while, type in the box if you have been watching YouTube channels and got misled too. Type a 50 in the box if that happened to you too. Watch this. Look, bro. Look at that. Still, no matter whether it happened then or whether it happened now, it was still the same path because retail traders are taught to do that.
Okay.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. Why do I constantly show not just our weekly totals, but our year to date? Because we have over 100 trades. So now you can emphatically say, okay, 135 winners and only 14 losses. And some of those were only like 5 pips or 7 pips like this, which is just broker spread. Now, if I said that we have a 90% win rate, could you actually believe it? The answer is yes. Why? Because we have over 100 trades.
Right.
We can show proof from hundreds of people in there that we actually have over 100 trades. So if I tell you we have a winning percentage of 80% or 90%, and here's our numbers, yeah, I got proof now. But if I only have trades and I'm talking about, oh, we have an 80% win rate, how do man get out of here with that foolishness? And that's what people. All right, you with me? What's your next question?
All right. The next question. Now, I heard you talk about trading with other people, and I was told that I should trade with my dad. But I don't, with my account being so small and him having a big account, how would that work with me?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. All right, watch this. I taught my son PJ how to trade. I trade with big accounts. He trades with small accounts. He's giddy and happy now. He's an independent trader. He don't need me no more. In fact, I think he's a much better trader than me at this point. I really do. I think he's better than me. Okay. But it took him a couple of years to get it. But nevertheless, we side by side and we talk every week, and so And he's so excited about trading and this and that. Oh, okay. But he trades really small balances. Really, really small. So is it about the balance or is it about the skill?
Skill.
Oh, then, wait a minute. Young man, don't have contradictions in your statements. If it's going to be about the money, then make it about the money. But if it's about the skill, then the money don't matter. Ain't that what you told me?
Right, correct. I'm sorry. Correct.
Don't deviate on me. So your uncle gonna catch you in everything. I'm your uncle. I love you, but I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna keep you straight. The word integrity means no cracks. I'm gonna keep you speaking to me with integrity. Don't crack. If it's about the money, then say I want the skill and the money. But if it's just about the skill, then keep it as skill. So if that's the case, balance don't matter. Whether he has a $100,000 account and you only have a $100 account, don't even matter. Because whatever you can do to mimic what he's doing on his, and you can duplicate it to the same thing on a $100 account or a $50 account, and you can still do it, guess what? You're still platinum. Because the balance, it was the consistency of me executing on my strategy. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And the better you execute on your strategy, then when you do get to $100,000 account, you have already had experience under your belt to handle all different variations the market can throw at you, and you can still be consistent whether it was $100 account or $100,000 account.
Okay.
And if the trade went into drawdown on a $10 account and you was able to handle it, then you step up to a $100 account and you can handle drawdown on that one. Then you step up to 1,000, then to 10,000. Then when you get to the $100,000 account, you have experience with dealing with trades that would work out quick, and some went into drawdown and then went up and this and that. You covered yourself with experience. That's what you need to do. Lather yourself with experience, and then the account balances won't matter.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna tell you why that one was so important. This is why I don't like dealing with people, and I'm saying this with all love. Come in the copycat group and we're helping, because a lot of people are flipping prop accounts using us, and they're doing phenomenally well. But if we have trades that are going in the drawdown, keep your mouth shut. Don't bother me, because we are used to trades going into drawdown and then coming back out, because we just know, hey, it may go down for a little bit and then it'll pop up. It'll do its thing. It'll get there when it gets there. We know that. You're a person who's trading with $100,000 account, but you ain't never even had experience with a $10 account. Well, you saying, oh, I'm down 1,500 and drawdown. Well, yeah, because that's your lack of experience that's telling you that you never even did a $5 drawdown. And since you don't have a $5 drawdown experience, how was you trying to handle a $100,000 account with 1,500 drawdown? So now you're freaking and pissing in your pants, when if you had a experience all along the way, you would have known, oh, it ain't nothing. It'll get there. Relax. Relax. Let me not bother the traders. Let them do what they do. I know what's going on. I've been in this game before. It ain't no biggie. Relax, baby. Okay? This is where experience come into play, because you have dealt with all variations the market has dealt with you. So when things happen on the real account, no matter, man, I'm good.
Right. Right.
Jimmy dog.
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anything else?
Yes, sir. And I know my dad got a couple questions. I'm gonna let my dad go. I appreciate you, Uncle P. You'll definitely be hearing from me. You'll definitely be hearing from me.
I'm here. I've been here. I've been doing this for years. Donna, am I right? We've been doing this classes for years. For years. We just recently opened it up to the public, but we've been doing this for years. So, man, come on through, bro. You have more questions next week? Come on through.
Okay, I'll be here every week.
I ain't tripping. Come on through. I'm here. Unless I'm on vacation. But
I
Dad,
understand.
yeah. Dad, what you got for me?
I think he's on the computer. I think he's on the computer. But he had a question about the copycat.
Sure.
Dad, your ear. But he had a question about the copycat. About the copycat.
Sure. You can
But
ask.
Excuse me, I couldn't hear you, Uncle P.
I said you can ask it for him.
But hold on.
And while y'all getting that together, let me answer Dale. Dale said, "Do you need to demo trade the copycat?" No, that's up to you. You can start with a live or a demo, whatever you feel comfortable with. You know, it's totally up to you guys. You do the copycat does come with up to three accounts, and they can be rotated in and out because. So for an example, some people are using it for prop firms, and as they pass prop firms, of course, prop firms will switch your accounts out, whether you want them to or not. So you just contact the license department, say, hey, I need to switch this account for this account. So yeah, you can do that. But you get up to three accounts. So it's totally up to you, Dale. Okay. All right, sir. Y'all got a question? Dad got a question for me?
No, I think that's it. It.
All right, cool.
I appreciate you, Uncle P.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. And if y'all want to come back with more questions next week, man, I'm happy. Dale said, can you trade? All right, I'm gonna let you go. All right. Dale said, can you trade all three traders with 1,000? Yeah, like I said, Dale, what I would do is I would not go with a standard lot size for every trade. So there's a setting in there. And once you go through the setting, let me see. Let me do something for you. Let's go to copycat. All right. So right here under this setting, okay, Me personally, and go through my tutorials in there that says which one of these settings I use. 2 of them I recommend, the rest of them I say leave it alone, don't use them. But this is the one I always use, fixed lot size. All right, so under the fixed lot size, so you can use 0.01 and follow all 3 without any danger to your $1,000 balance. It will be zero danger, okay? But even if you say, okay, I'm gonna start just to follow all 3, knowing they have do high volume trading, you can switch this to 0.05 lot size. And then whatever trades we take, it doesn't matter if I trade 10 standards on my account, yours will only come out as 0.05 on your account. So you have 100% control over the lot sizes of every trade that comes into your portfolio. So if you know you want to follow all 3 of us in this high volume, then this is the best way to do it. Set the fixed lot size, and there you go. Now, there's another one where you can also do ratio of receivers balance, which is basically what percentage you want. For every $1,000, I only want 0.10 lot size or 0.5 lot size for every $1,000 I have in my account or whatever. Okay, so you can do those 2. Those are the only 2 I suggest you guys use. Do not fool with the other settings. Leave them alone. But the best one would be fixed lot size. So you'll know every trade that comes out, it'll always be exactly that amount. Okay. All right. Okay. That makes sense? So that's what I would do. If I had $1,000 account, I would probably start off with like a 0.03, something like that. And then as your account is growing, bump it up to 0.4, 5, 6, whatever you want. Again, this is totally up to you, what you feel comfortable with. But just know that we trade a bunch of trades, and therefore your account would, even if you had a $500 account, cool, then just use 0.02. And you can follow all 3. Here's what the problem is, and thank you, Dale, for asking your question. Here's what people do, and then they come back and get mad at us. This is why I keep bringing this on the screen. I'm doing this on purpose. We have a winning percentage. Some of these trades, yes, they're in drawdown. You're going to hold them for a little bit. Nothing we can do about that. Okay, but here's the problem. When you got a $500 account, and here's what you got. You tell them, I want 2 standards on every trade, and your account balance can't handle it. So when it goes in the drawdown, you freaking, oh my God. And here you go, check, all over the emails, chat groups. What's going on here? I get the cancel. You guys are blowing my account. No, you was a fool. You're trying to go too fast. You got a $500 account, and you want every trade to be 2 standards. Come on, man. Type of 100 in the box. Some of y'all know people who keep doing stuff like that. Type of 100. Confirm what I'm saying. Y'all know I'm right. Just ridiculous. Somebody gonna come on my channel the other day talking about, he a scammer, he blew up my account. How the hell? Lord forgive me. I'm gonna blow up your account, dog. You put $50 in there and want to have a standard lot on every trade. Man, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here. You kidding me? No, you're just a poor manager. You expecting us to do miracles on your little $50. If you got $50, this is all you should have on every trade, 0.01. Yes, you can trade, but guess what? We can't do miracles with $50, and you expecting me to turn into 10 million in a month? Are you crazy? We got to be realistic. Consider if you were taking 20 trades a week, what would be the actual balance you would have compared to what lot size you want? That's just simple logic. But people don't do that. Okay. All right. Let's go to Brian. Let's go to Brian. Brian, go ahead.
Lord, thank you. Thank you, Uncle P. How you doing?
I gotta repent. Lord, forgive me. That person still upset me because they tried to damage my reputation. Lord, forgive me for saying that word that was inappropriate. Didn't mean to do that. But yeah, they be some people. Donna, type of 500 because Donna deal with a lot of this stuff behind the scenes. I sure appreciate Miss Donna because she deal with so much. Look, she put 5,000. We deal with some of the most ridiculous stuff. Ridiculous. Are you kidding me? You blew up my account. How am I blowing up your man? Please, with this kind of results, how am I blowing up anything? Unless you chose. See, and this is why we don't tell people what to do. We give suggestions, but we don't tell you because I don't know what your account balance is. And so therefore, if you come in here knowing full well that you got a low account balance, but you trying to I want 10 standards on my for every trade on my $200 account. The moment the thing barely even moves a couple of pips, it can blow your account. How is that my fault? When you know I should be taking my time. I know they're going to get my growth. I got a $500 account. All right, then guess what? Why not start with 0.05 for every lot size? Don't that make sense to you, Brian?
Right, right.
There's no start. These are niggerachis. Yeah, she'll be one to say, hey, niggerachi, you those people be coming through here. And then we get blanked. This is why, Brian, I promise you, you'll be the last person. I got to go for these contracts. But I promise y'all, this is why your uncle refrains from doing too much talking about many subjects such as brokers, prop firms, this and that. It's not that I don't know, but people like these are the ones who will come back, who don't listen, who are stubborn and hard-headed, and then come back and try to damage my reputation. That's why I stay out of that. Everybody who understands that, please type a 200 in the box. I want you guys to understand why your uncle does certain things. I just don't. I would love to, but there's a reason why I don't. Okay, I got to protect my reputation. That's all I have left. It's my name. That's why the Bible says, for his namesake, the word namesake means reputation. God protects his reputation. I'm trying to protect mine from foolish people who choose not to listen. That's ridiculous. You blew my account. You know, you did. 10 standards on a $200 account. You got to be kidding me. Anyway, go right ahead. Let me move on from that.
Yeah, well, that's good. I appreciate you, Uncle P. Actually, my son, I'm really proud of him because he's doing what I should have did.
Oh.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
And you know, just to see him, you know, he's on the practice account, you know, he's doing his thing, he's learning, you know, he's learning his setups. And he said, Pops, you familiar with Uncle P? I said, well, I think I saw him before. And so he sent me the link. And I have heard you before. And but when I heard you the first time, I wasn't listening.
Wow.
But now I'm listening.
Yeah, that's all right.
And, you know, we need that. We need your mentorship, and we appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah.
And we definitely interested in the copycat. What you had, I heard that being a copycat is not bad as long as you're copying off the right cat. So you
like that.
seem to be the right cat. So I think we really need what you have to offer.
Yeah.
And you know, even the way you know helped Kurt out this morning, you know, that showed who you are, you know, even spiritually. You know what I'm saying? That you took the time to stop to care about him and his situation and letting him know it's not the end of the world. You know, you failed, but you're not a failure.
That's correct.
You know, there's just some things that you did wrong.
Yep.
So I'm going to say that, you know, my son and I, we're going to come up under you, let you, you know, mentor us, show us what to do, how to do it, because that's what's necessary. If you don't have somebody showing you the way, you're more than likely going to fail anyway.
Let me share this with you, man. I don't care whether y'all buy some or not. If you do, that's all good. If not, just keep coming in this class every week. We having a good time. Are you having a good time?
Absolutely.
Hey,
and we learn.
Yeah.
And we learn.
That's my point. I only want people who gonna come in here with good intentions because I don't. Listen, bro. The stuff me and my wife deal with behind the scenes, I don't have time for people foolishness. You understand what I'm saying? I only want people in here who really wants to be here, who really rock with us and understand what we're trying to do. Now, we're not a perfect group. We ain't gonna win every trade and this and that. We do our best. If you know, you can even sign up for the Signals group and attend Miss Jenny's class twice a week. You get signals from Dr. Elvis, and you can, you know, you can go and attend her live trading classes, and you can still learn that way. We offer those things to help educate people so that if you choose to be independent down the line, do you. I don't care whether you want to learn from me, learn from Miss Jenny. I don't care. I really don't care. At the end of the day, here's the deal, bro. We're all retail traders. We're all at a starting point. We all need some help along the way. And Super Easy is just here to be a place, a resource to help people. Now, we offer services that can help you if you don't have the time, which we got a lot of truck drivers, airline pilots. We got a lot of people in our groups. So they join the copycat because they're like, I don't have, even if I wanted to learn, I don't have the time for it. So let me just go ahead and treat this as an investment account. And that's what they do. That's cool. So if that's what you want to do, copycat is perfect. But if you, or we have some people who are students saying, hey, I want to earn while I learn. So they'll set up a copycat, watch it grow month over month, and then that's cool while they're going through their journey of learning. And then eventually, if they get enough, they say, okay, I don't need y'all no more. That's all good. So that's one avenue. But again, if you want to just attend live twice a week, live class with Ms. Jenny, and then get signals on the side, and go to the Signals group. We have different resources to help people. At the end of the day, we're all retail traders, and we got to get out of this rut that's going on, because I'm telling you, bad stuff is on its way, and the Forex market has an unlimited supply of cash. You can't depend on jobs. You can't depend on this and that. You and I both know that. So therefore, we have to find a side hustle somewhere. So I only want to provide for people a resource. If you feel comfortable with us, rock with us. If you don't, you can keep coming to my free class, and it is what it is. I ain't tripping. I'm having a great time. I don't care. I just want, and I thank God for the free class, because I never would have met Kurt.
Right. Yeah, that's good. So how does the copycat work? I don't think I was able to
man, just sign up for it. It's a monthly subscription, and once you sign up for it, just go through the course tutorial. It'll walk you through how to set it up, how to get it, what information to send to the licensing department so that they can register your broker accounts. So just have an MT4, MT5 account, and it's simple. It takes minutes. And then after, you don't do anything. That's the whole point. You don't do anything. Leave it alone. Just check it once a week. That's it. Let me give it to you like this, sir. You have 401k IRAs, right? You familiar with those?
Right.
How often you check a 401k and IRA?
Not often at all. Maybe quarterly.
Do this the same way. That's the complaint I have. You got a lot of newbie traders who don't know what they're doing, and then they come in and want to helicopter mamas or helicopter daddies and keep piling. Tell them, why are you in this trade? What you no, back your breath up. Don't come up in here doing that.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying, dog? This is real talk.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll take back up.
Right.
Because if that's what you want, you should be somewhere else, where you can go take that garbage and that noise. We don't want to hear the noise. We've been doing this for years. In fact, just got contacted by another person who's a professional trader, and they said, "Hey, Uncle P, what do I need to do to rock with you? You know, to join you as a, you know, to do XYZ." And I appreciate them, and I researched them, and I know they work for another company and this and that. So I have nothing against that, but I told them no. I said, that ain't how I get in. I said, the people who I've been trading with, we've been trading together for years. So I know them, I know how they think, and I know I can trust them. So it's not just about whether you can flip an account and do this and that. It's a level of trust in this family that I work with. So the people who I've been trading with, I know them. I know Dr. Elvis. I know Miss Jenny. I know Miss Donna. I know their families. I know everything I need to know about them. And I've been with them for years. So that gives me time to have learned their character, their integrity, or anything else. And if there's any disagreements, we know how to handle each other because we've been friends for years. So when you are trading with us, I know what we're getting, and I know what we're giving to our clients. Does that make sense?
Yes. So yeah, we'll get with you, because we definitely want to do the copycat and then, learn the skill and, and work it. Yeah.
And
so we're definitely
teaching you, sir. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you, whichever direction you choose, I know who's teaching you. It ain't what's being taught. I also know who's doing it, because I don't want no fool.
Okay.
With me?
Yeah.
All right, man. Good luck.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
All right. Bless you.
Type of 500 if y'all with me. Integrity matters to me. Okay. Now, integrity doesn't mean you won't make mistakes, but I know who's making the mistakes and how they're going to clean it up. But I don't deal with sneaky people. I had one person a couple of years ago, and we was supposed to be cool. Found out dude was doing some shady stuff. I dropped him like a rock. Man, I don't get down like that, bro. I don't get down like that. I don't care how much money you can bring to the table or what you can do, man. No. Because if you're lacking integrity, I can't trust you. We all want to be making money, but hey, hold on, player. Is it more important for the money or the people? If you're going to be more about that money, then guess what? I can't rock with you. That's why I don't even like to hear in that term. And I'll get to this other here. Oh, I got to hurry up. I got to hurry up. But let me say this to you guys. Oh, God. Let me say this quickly. This ain't got nothing to do with trading, but I got to say it. This is what irritates me when I hear people talking about, yeah, man, I'm about that money, bro. Got to get that money. Got to get. So you done make money your God. Now, we're here to trade and make money, but I will not make money my God. If Kurt comes in here and says he has an issue, I'm going to stop what we're talking about money, and we're going to talk to Kurt, because Kurt is more important than the money. And if you have a problem with that, you need to leave. I had plenty and I had none. And then I went back to plenty. And through that journey, I know for certain money will leave you like nobody's business. It's only a resource. The minute you make it your God, you're in for trouble. But when you have people around you, when you're going through hard times and they got your back, now that's a real resource. Somebody said, Uncle P just passed phase 1 on the prop firm challenge, thanks to you and the team. See, I told y'all. Baby. Congratulations, by the way. Congratulations. Man, I love people, man. And I think it's because I've been through so much. A lot of stuff y'all talk about, man, when I hear it, I already know it takes me back instantly to a memory of being drugged through the mud. I know how it feels. Ain't no way I'm going to pretend like I don't know how that feels. Man, if you want somebody who's going to pretend, go to another channel. They good at that stuff. I say a lot of them, they pretend good. I just don't have pretend in it. I'm too tired to pretend. We get broken in this industry and nobody says nothing. You cry alone. Your dreams are shattered. Your heart is broken. You lost money. The more you try, the worse things get sometimes. And you have nobody to talk to about it. Man. Anyway, all right, let me quickly get to these two and let's go ahead and end class. Antoine, go ahead and unmute. Y'all two, CC, you last person. Y'all two snuck up in here.
How you doing, Uncle Pete?
What's happening? Talk to me real quick. I got to go. Contractors on.
Okay, I know you said it was a way that you could look and see who placed the trades on the copycat. How do I go about doing that?
Once you sign up, you'll be able to see, because each one you'll be given a provider list. Okay, so
right, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I got the list. I got them all 3 downloaded, but I thought you said it was a way that on the individual trade you can see who actually placed that trade.
Yeah, it depends. Remember, you get up to three accounts. So you're not going to be able to see it if you have all 3 providers on the same account.
Got you.
If you have each individual provider on each separate, you get up to 3 accounts. So if you have 3 accounts and each of them it's split up, then yeah, you can clearly see it.
Okay, I understand what you're saying now. I got you.
Yes, sir. All right.
Yep, that was one thing I had.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right. Sorry, I got to go fast because, like I said, these contractors should be here in a few minutes. All right, CC, you're the last person. Go ahead and unmute.
Yes, can you tell me how to make my screen larger, the copycat trader screen? Because mine is so small, I can barely see it.
Yeah, that has to do with your computer font, not the copycat. The copycat only comes in one size. So that has to do with your computer font size. But the truth is, if you're just letting it run, you don't need to look at it anyway, no matter what size it is, no matter.
And if my device goes to sleep, then it stops copying trades. So that means I need to get.
It's just like if we was on the phone together And have you ever talked to somebody and I literally had this happen to me yesterday, by the way. Have you ever been on the phone with somebody and they hit a bad area or you in a bad area and you be like,
Mhm.
and they're like,
So,
I can't hear you. Well, I'm talking. But why, yeah, but I can't hear you. Have that ever happened?
yes.
That's the same thing. They have to have a smooth communication 24/7 because you never know when we're opening and closing trades. So you don't want your computer to go to sleep. You want to find a dedicated computer that can run 24/7, which is going back to what Dale was asking. If you can't have a dedicated computer in your house or somewhere that can run 24/7, that's where the VPS comes in because you can install it on there and it can run 24/7. It has to have 24/7 connection to make sure that at any given time, you may receive some communication from our account to yours and yours to ours. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. But as far as the font size says, I wouldn't care because truth is, when I have mine running on my other accounts, I won't even look at it anyway. So who cares what font size it is? But it is a computer font size because again, this is built to come out only one way. So if there's just too small on your screen, that's a font size issue.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, hold on. We got to let the queen in, Miss Donna. All right, Miss Donna, go right ahead.
Hey, I know you have to go. Sorry, I just wanted to
Good morning.
Good morning. Great class this morning. Great class. But what Cece was asking on that font. Good morning, Liz. The three buttons at the top of there should be, if you go to settings, there should be a thing where it says font or something. You can change it there.
Okay.
Do you see it? I'm on my phone because I'm driving, but does it say?
No, where this one is, where this one has the notifications in it for the settings. But it doesn't have a font setting in here because it's not built to adjust. It's built to adjust according to the person's screen size on their computer. So it only.
Oh, the other one did, I believe, because I changed mine.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I was able to, yeah. So that's why. No. Go to settings. Go up to settings where it says settings.
Yeah, this one only.
Oh, okay. Then the other one had it. Then I guess it's not on this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Never mind. I was trying to help. Just kidding.
Oh, God, yeah.
There's that.
Yeah, but we built the second one. This one is only set to have one way only because it was just supposed to show up here. The only time you don't even need to look at it is when you're looking to say, okay, what lot size do I want? Put that there. And then after that, you'll completely forget about this thing. That's the only reason why it didn't even matter. We didn't worry about it. So some of the features that was on the prior one, we just took them off. Because it wasn't even necessary. It wasn't like pop-up feature to pop up for every trade. It was popping up. Some people loved it. Some people was complaining, why every time y'all take a trade, it's popping up. It's popping up on my screen. So we just took the pop-up out of there too. So that's why I don't have pop-ups anymore. Because
yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree.
That's why we did that. All righty.
Okay.
Gotta go. I love y'all.
All
Hi, Liz. All right, you guys. So anyway, listen, if this class was very helpful to you today, please type a 1,000 in the box. And I appreciate every question that was asked and, keep coming back every week. And Kurt, I want to give you a big thumbs up, man, for being honest and open and willing to talk about it. Because again, I've got a lot of people in here who pretend like ain't nothing wrong. And truth is, it is something wrong. And they don't have nobody to talk to and they're just pretending all the time. And I'm not a fan of that. People wonder why I'm so raw with my tongue. It's because I don't have the time to pretend. If I'm hurt about something, I'm gonna let you know. Why? Because other people need to know they're not the only one. When everybody's pretending like everything is fine, then you who really do have an issue feel like you're the only person. But if people start being honest, then we can all really grow together as a real family and say, hey, here's where we are, but here's where we're growing as a family. But there's a lot of dishonesty and pretending, and I'm too tired to pretend. So thank you for sharing, man. I really want to say thank you for that. Okay. All right, you guys, I got to go. Peace and hair grease, and I'll see y'all next week.